I built my first AI automation from scratch without coding, and it actually works. This automation was made for real estate agents who are losing leads because they're too slow to respond. Instead of manually chasing every new lead, this system can capture the lead, organize the information, and help the agent follow up faster. Here's the crazy part. I didn't build this with code. I built it using no-code AI tools. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how I put it together and walk you through the process so you can understand how something like this actually works. So make sure to stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see the full system working and you'll understand how you can start building automations like this too. So for those of you who don't know, I'm NuvoX, and on this channel, I show beginners how to use AI tools and automation to save time, automate work, and stay ahead. So first, let me explain why I decided to build this. A lot of real estate agents have the same problem. They spend money to get leads, but when those leads come in, they either respond too late, forget to follow up, or lose track of the conversation. And in real estate, speed matters. If someone fills out a form saying they want to buy a home, sell a home, or book a showing, that person is interested right now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. So I wanted to build something that could help capture those leads immediately and make the process easier for the agent. The goal was simple. When a new lead comes in, the system should collect the information, understand what they need, organize the details, and help move them to the next step without the agent having to do everything manually. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I started building this, I didn't know everything. There were moments where I was confused. There were moments where I had to stop and figure out why something wasn't working. And there were moments where I thought, okay, maybe I'm doing too much. But that's exactly why I wanted to make this video, because a lot of people think you need to be a programmer to build automations. You don't, but you do need to understand the process. And this is the part most beginners skip. Before I even touched the tools, I had to ask myself one important question. What exactly should happen when a lead comes in? Because automation isn't just about connecting random apps together. Automation is taking a process that already happens manually and making it happen faster, cleaner, and more consistent. So for this real estate lead capture system, I broke it down into few simple steps. Step 1, the lead enters their information. Step 2, the system captures that information. Step 3, the information gets organized. Step 4, the agent gets notified or has what they need to follow up. And the 5th step, the lead doesn't get lost. That is the whole idea. And once I understood that, building the automation became a lot easier. Now, before I show you the system, let me say this. This isn't some massive, complicated software. This is my first real AI automation build from scratch. So the point is, it's not supposed to be perfect. The point is that it works, and it proves that you can start building useful automations without knowing how to code. Once you understand how one automation works, you can start building more. You can build automations for real estate agents, you can build automations for small businesses, and you can build automations for your own workflow. That is why it matters, because AI isn't just about asking ChatGPT questions. The real power comes when you start connecting the tools and making them do work for you. Now, let me show you what I've built. Okay, so this is the platform that I use for the automation. It's N8N. It's an automation platform where you can create your workflows. So let me just explain a few terms to you. First is a workflow. So think of a workflow as a digital assembly line. So a lead enters and then N8N moves the information through each steps automatically. This is known as a trigger. It's a form submission. So the trigger is the starting point. When someone submits the real estate form, the automation begins with the trigger, right? And these boxes over here are the nodes. So the nodes are individual steps in the workflow. And every box you see is called the node, and each node performs a specific task. As you see, this is the form task, this is in Google Sheets, this is a wait task, and then this goes into OpenAI, which sends an email through Gmail, Google Sheets, and then Telegram, right? And these are just connections. So each node is connected to each other. You can see the connections. And then inside each of these nodes, there's specific data, which I'm going to show you. So first of all, let me execute the workflow so you see how it works. So let's say someone decides to fill in the form, right? So I'm going to click here, execute workflow, and it's going to show me the real estate form. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to input some dummy data. So let's say full name, I put in like maybe John Smith. And then for a number, let me just put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Obviously over here, you just put in your phone number. And then for an email address, what I'm going to do is I'm going to input my email address so I can show you the email once it's received. And then, are you looking to buy a home, sell a home? So let's say I'm looking to rent. And then the property type, say I'm looking for a condo. And preferred area, I would put Toronto. And then for budget, I would put, say, $4,000. And then timeline, let's say 1 to 3 months. Are you pre-approved? No. And then additional notes, I would say looking for a place with a floor to ceiling window. This is just an example, right? And then I'll hit submit. And then what happens is that the workflow is executed. The form has been submitted, and as you can see, it is executed and it's moving through the workflow. It's gone into the Google Sheets, into the Wait. It's gone into OpenAI. It's sent an email. It's sent to Google. It's updated my Google Sheets, and it's sent to my Telegram. So first of all, let me check my Google Gmail so I can show you the email, and then I'm going to show you the updated row in my Google Sheets, and then I'll show you the Telegram. As you can see, I just received the email. Hi, John. Thank you for reaching out and filling our real estate form. I'm thrilled to assist you in your search for a condo to rent in Toronto with a budget of $4,000 and keen interest in placing in a place with a floor to ceiling window. We have a variety of stunning options in mind that can fit your preferences. Given your timeline of 1 to 3 months, we can start exploring some fantastic properties that become valuable. Our team specializes in the Toronto area, and we're eager to find the perfect condo for you, etc, etc. Right, as well as like the tag. And if I was to go into my Telegram, so this would be the real estate agent's Telegram, you would get an instant notification of a lead. So new real estate lead, medium value lead, the person's name, their number, their email, what they're looking to do, whether sell, rent, or buy a condo in Toronto for $4,000, the timeline, any notes, and follow up ASAP with the Google link. And if I was to go into Google Sheets, I would show you the updated row. So over here, it has a list of all your leads, and it updates it automatically with the person's name, the number, the email, etc. Everything over here, all through N8N, right? And if I was to go into each node manually, so as I showed you before, this is where I edited the form, where I inputted all the information that was required over here. And then over here is the Google Sheets, where I connected my Google Sheets and I input all the information that would be required and what would need to be updated. And then here is like just a wait time specifically for the real estate agent, because once someone submits a form, you don't want it to seem automated, like for them to receive an email immediately. So I would give it a few minutes. And then over here, I connected my ChatGPT account through OpenAI, where I put the API keys and all the information. And over here, I connected my Gmail, where it sends out the email from. And then over here is where it updates the row once the lead fills in their information. And then over here is the Telegram node, where I input my Telegram account. So this would be the real estate agent's Telegram account, where they receive notification of the lead that just came in. And there you go, the whole workflow for the real estate lead capture system. So there you go. That is the lead capture automation. A client fills out the form, a system captures the information, organizes it, and helps the agent move faster without doing every step manually. And the biggest lesson I learned from building this automation is that it doesn't have to start complicated. You don't need to build one giant system on day one. Just start with one clear problem, then break it down into small steps, then use the tools to connect those steps together. That's it. One problem, one process, one automation. And once you understand that, you can start building on top of it. So whenever you want to build an automation, don't start by asking what tools should I use. Start by asking, what problem am I trying to solve? Once the problem is clear, the automation becomes a lot easier to build. And that's the mindset I'm taking into this whole AI journey. Learn the tools, build real projects, solve real problems, and get better one step at a time. I'm Nouveau X, and I'm documenting my whole journey into AI automation and building useful systems from scratch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.